Hello, my name is Tanya, and I'm here for another part of my telling my testimony. Um, I think last week I was talking about how to renew the mind and how to speak the word of the Father over the bad thoughts and let those replace the bad thoughts, and then you will have a fortified, renewed mind through the word of Yahuwah. And it's been a beautiful thing. The other part is when we surrender all to the Father, we get opposition from the enemy. And for me, in my case, it happened to my family. I surrendered all to the Father, and I had a heart's desire to just serve Him and Him alone. But the enemy was able to come in and divide me and my relationship with my husband. And that was hard, but also now I can look back and see that it was very rewarding because of the fact of all that I have learned. And sometimes we don't realize that when we surrender to the Father, we say it with our lips, but we really don't surrender everything, because sometimes we don't even know. Like in my case, I had no idea that my husband was an idol, and so was my marriage. The title of being married was an idol for me, and my husband was an idol. And so when there became division and that was taken from me, oh my goodness, I collapsed. That was very hard for me. And also that spirit of rejection comes in, and I've already dealt with that like early on. In my life, rejection was a big thing, so I had to overcome that. But when it hit in my marriage, that was hard. And like I said, I collapsed. When I say collapsed, I just fell to the ground, and I was just like, where are you, Father? Where are you for me? You're supposed to be fighting for me. Everything is supposed to be good. I'm supposed to be blessed because I'm serving you. And one of the things that I had to learn is that the things in church, they tell you that when you follow the Father and you give it all, your life is great. Your life is blessed. You're just going to walk out this perfect life. And that's not the case. That is a lie. Is my life blessed? Yes, it is. It is very blessed through Yahuwah, and He has His hand on me, and He shows me many ways that He has blessed me. But it's not perfect, and we are tested to see if our faith is truly in Him or if it's just mouth service to Him. And each person is going to have to go through that, and whatever trial that you have to go through, we have to understand that the Father's hand is on it, and it doesn't start and then end. So we also have to we have to understand and have faith that His hand is on it, that He's already seen us through it. Some people it may be 2 weeks, some people it's 2 months, some people it's a year, some people it's longer than that. In my case, it's been over 8 years. And I struggled with that in the beginning, but now He's got me to a place that I am understanding that His timing is perfect. And even in these 8 years, I would say the last 11 months, He has truly been working on me, and things are changing. I thought I was doing really good, but He has shown me things in the last 11 months that I've needed to work on, and that my faith was not as strong as I thought it was. It was, I still had a lot of fear. And as the word tells us, we cannot have faith if we're walking in fear. And I had just assumed that even though I had a little bit of fear, that I was all good. That is not the case. And so He's been working on me, and He's been taking me through different things, and he has been strengthening my faith, and he has been showing me where I've fallen and why I have fallen from solid faith. And again, it comes back to my thoughts. I thought my thought process was good. I just talked on it last week and talking about how we use verses to override the bad thoughts and how we can those thoughts go away when we take the verses and we hold on to the verses, and the verses replace those bad thoughts. But there was stuff inside of me, and I'm not going to get into detail, but there are people that have afflicted me that has brought these things up, that have caused fear and has caused anger and thoughts, the thoughts of and I've had to struggle through that. I've had to go back, so to speak, to the drawing board and find these verses and start holding on to and it's different verses. It depends on the thoughts. As I said last week, it depends on your thoughts and what you're thinking, or what the enemy is putting in your ear, and either you're holding on to these thoughts, believing them as truth, or you're letting them go and you're holding on to the word. It's one or the other. And there was a short period of time in these 11 months that I was just gripped with fear because of what people were saying, and I was believing it, and just a lot. And but the Father is good, because he has brought me back to finding the verses that are helping me, and to override these lies, and to focus on the Father, Elohim, and not care what these people say, because honestly, it doesn't matter what they say. It only matters what the Father says about me. They can think whatever they want about me. It does not change who I am, and it doesn't change what the Father says about me. And so I have to focus on what he says and what he speaks over me, and not care, because the devil is a liar, and all he wants to do is steal, kill, and destroy. And if he can get into our thoughts, he can destroy our faith. He can destroy our obedience to the Father. And for a while, that's what was happening. I was crippled with fear. But praise the Father, he brought this back to me. He brought the truth back to me, and he gave me verses that I could stand on. And once I started focusing on these verses again, I could feel the difference, and the fear is gone. And the fear is gone not because of anything I did, but because of what he has done for me. He came in and he stripped that fear out of me, and he has given me faith through his word. And what a blessing it has been. And it's just interesting, because it's like, okay, Father, you had me teaching on the importance of our thoughts and how to cast them down, and I've been doing that. And then you're showing me that this is why I've gone through some of the things I've gone through in this last month, and we're still learning every single day. If we are seeking the Father, he is cleansing us, he is changing us, and we are learning. I'm not going to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect, and it's okay, because he loves us. As long as our heart is right and pure with him. We can't be diddling in sin. We cannot be playing with things where we're not supposed to. Cannot do that. Cannot do that. Our hearts have to be focused on him. It has to be in the word. It has to be on his truth. And yes, we fall, and yes, we stumble, but in that he uses it to change us. He uses that to strengthen us. He uses that to show us our weaknesses, so that we can come to him and say, hey, I'm weak in this area. Can you strengthen this? And for me, especially this last 2 months, he has been strengthening my faith my faith in him, and that what his word says he shall do for us. And that is the beautiful thing. We just have to keep focusing on him. We keep having to fight because the enemy's not going to let up. He wants us to fall. He wants us to crumble. He wants us to walk away from our faith. He wants us to think that the Father isn't going to do anything for us, that the truth that we're holding on to isn't truth. But the devil is a liar. And the Father is the only truth. And his word is absolute truth. And we have to stand on it. We have to believe it. We have to speak it. We have to know it and know within each of us that what is said in the word will come to pass. And that is what I'm standing on. And the verse he's given me this week, well, it's been more than a week, that I've been holding on to is, oh, I opened right up to it. Isn't that amazing? It's Exodus 22:22 through 24. Do not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If you do afflict them at all, if they cry out to me at all, I shall certainly hear their cry. And my wrath shall burn, and I shall slay you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. And that's true. The Father is for the widow, and the Father is for the fatherless. He loves them, and we should not come against them. If anything, we should be taking care of the widows, and we should be taking care of the fatherless children. The Father's heart is for them because they're the weak ones. They're the ones that are weak, and we need to lift them up, and we need to encourage them. And the other verse that he has had me stand on is Exodus 14:13 through 15. And Moses said to the people, do not be afraid, stand still and see the deliverance of Yahuwah, which he does for you today. For the Mistrites Mistrites is Egyptians. For the Mistrites whom you see today, you are never to see again. Yahuwah fights for you, and you keep silent. And Yahuwah says to Moses, why do you cry to me? Speak to the children of Israel, and let them go forward. And what he's telling me here, and that I can stand on, that I don't need to be afraid. As long as I'm not afraid and I am standing still, I will see the deliverance of Yahuwah. That's Father Elohim. I will see his deliverance, and I will see it today. And every day I have to sit and say, okay, what did you deliver me from today? Because every day he delivers us from something. And it also says that we will never see it again. Once we stand on his word, once we overcome whatever it is that we're overcoming through his word, we won't have to go backwards to it. We have to stand forward